Evening, guys. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I hope you had a chance to play in the snow today, and I just hope you had a great time with family. I hope you were all blessed this morning through Pastor Art's message from his home and what he shared from his heart. The youth group is going through the book of John, and we started in John chapter 1 a few weeks ago, or about a month ago now. And one thing I was thinking about, as this is Super Bowl Sunday and we're about an hour away from the game, is the anticipation and the buildup. And you have been, if you listen to talk radio or sports radio, as I sometimes do when I work, everybody's giving their predictions, everybody's giving their thoughts about who's going to win, who's going to be the best player, some of the great plays that might happen. So there's this anticipation of this great game, and everybody wants it to be a great game. Everybody wants it to come down to the wire. Whoever has the ball at the last minute, they hope they can either score it or the defense comes up with a stop to win the Super Bowl. And so there's a lot of anticipation and a lot of build-up. And unless you're kind of living under a rock lately, you know that this game is about to happen. And there's great players in the Super Bowl. There's Tom Brady, who is considered the greatest football player of all time. And there's another quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, who might be even better and have a better career. Who knows? But there's anticipation and buildup. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is John the Baptist. And he had a sole responsibility and a sole purpose of proclaiming that Christ is going to come. And he didn't think of himself anything better than just a messenger, a forerunner for Christ. And he had a message that he wanted to get out to everybody. And when we read in John chapter 1, John the Baptist is being interviewed. He's being interrogated by the Jews and the priests, and they're wondering why he's doing all this stuff, why he's proclaiming that the king is coming. The king is coming. And just to give you a little context, the Israelites, the Jewish leaders, they're hoping that the king does come and that they kind of take over everything. So they have a little bit different perspective and idea of what it's going to be like under the reign of a king. But John, when he's asked in this passage, verses 19 through 28, towards the end of the passage is really what I want to focus on. The Pharisees are asking him, John the Baptist, several questions about why he's doing what he's doing. John says this in verse 23. He said, "I am the voice of the one crying out of the wilderness. Make straight the way of the Lord. As a prophet Isaiah said, now they had been sent from the Pharisee. They asked him, then why are you baptizing? If you are neither the Christ, nor Elijah, nor the prophet." John answered them, "I baptize with water, but among you stands one you do not know, even he who comes after me, the strap of whose sandal I am not worthy to untie." These things took place in Bethany, across the Jordan, where John was baptizing. John had a specific goal. He had a purpose. His purpose was to proclaim the awesome message that Christ was coming to seek and save the lost, and eventually to die for the lost, and to be that, to take on the penalty of sin for us all. That anticipation, the Jews were being built up for hundreds of years. They were waiting for a coming Messiah, a coming king. Some of them didn't have the same idea of what that meant from what John was talking about. And so their anticipation was more of a physical rule or a dominion over different countries. But what a lot of the Jews and a lot of the rulers failed to understand is that Christ came to seek and save the lost, to serve those who couldn't, that needed to be served, and to die for those. He didn't come for those that had everything together. You know, we look at the religious leaders, the Pharisees. They struggled to understand that concept, that Christ came to be a servant rather than a conquering king. The anticipation we have for a game like the Super Bowl, and yes, when your team's in the Super Bowl, it's a little bit more exciting. I'm a Vikings fan, so if my team was in the Super Bowl, I would be ecstatic. Yet sometimes we fail to have that same enthusiasm for sharing the message of Christ to others. I challenge you all that, when you understand what Christ did for us on that cross and what he did in his ministry for us all, that's a beautiful message we should be getting out and telling those around us about. Those that are hurting, those that are suffering, those that are going through immense physical pain, spiritual pain, mental pain, or you name it. Christ came for them. Christ came for us all. It's up to us, that those that have given our lives to Christ, that have given up our old self and taken on the new self. It's up to us to spread that good news, that gospel message. And just like John the Baptist, who spent his entire life serving God by just telling others about this coming king, we know what that coming king did. And that's an amazing story, a love story that we should be telling those around us. So I want to encourage you all as you're getting ready for this game to just think about that message of salvation that we all know about, and what we can share with those around us. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and I hope you enjoy the game, and try not to eat too much food. Bye.